So can the app Chime actually help you build up your credit score? Let's find out, because I'm here on the app itself and it says start growing your FICO score for free. It says Chime gives you free access to credit building tools from Experian. Now, obviously, depending on where your credit score is, this can have a pretty big impact for you, or it might not have a big one if you maybe are up there with your credit score. So what we're going to do is actually kind of get started right over here in real time. I've actually not done this yet, so we're going to figure it out together. Once we go through this, I'll actually also link up at the end here some videos that I actually have used before when it comes to increasing your credit score that have worked, and so that way you can keep on learning and growing with improving your credit score to save money on car loans or even house loans as well. Now with Chime, I'll link it down below, so if you want to go through the process and sign up, you can definitely do that. Helps me out, but you get more content just like this. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's click on Let's Go. And it says we partner with Experian, so you can see your credit score at any time, which is great. You don't have to be paying for it. This is a really important thing for a lot of people. And you can see it says get a credit boost by paying recurring bills with Chime. So that is of course something where you're gonna have to be using Chime to pay your bills. But hey, if that means increasing your credit score, that might be something worthwhile, because again, that can have a huge impact long term. So let's go ahead and click on I agree. And then first it's going to ask us for our social security number. It says this won't hurt your credit score. We share your social security number with Experian to make sure you're you. Now it does use 256-bit encryption, which is the same thing as banks use. So go ahead and plug in your social security number and click on next. So right over here, you can see I actually have an Experian account already. I actually use it for Experian Boost, which is a great feature that I use to help increase my credit score. I actually love using that. I used it in the past for videos here on the channel where I actually got a nice increase on my credit score, and other people had gotten huge increases on their credit score as well too. Something to consider. My guess is maybe they're using the same functionality here to be able to give you that credit increase, which then mine might not have an impact. But again, we're going to figure this out together and we're going to see this happening in real time. After having logged into my Experian account, again, if you don't already have an Experian account, it will have you log in. And it does show that pretty much it is using the same feature. So it says start your boost. I already have mine. Let's see if it actually works, because if you are also somebody who's used Experian Boost, maybe this will even bump it up that much more. So let's click on start your boost. So right over here, it says scanning for bills. It might take a few moments. Now, because again, I have my Experian account already put together, it is logging in through there. So when you go ahead and open up an Experian Boost account, you are going to be logging in with your bank account on file that you use for most of your bills. So that way they can track your utilities, your phone bill, maybe even your rent, to be able to help you increase that score. So the way this ended up working out is it actually just tried to log into Chime to see all my bills. I don't have anything going through Chime just yet. I could go ahead and move my bills over, but because I already use Experian Boost, that is already going to kind of null itself anyways, so it's not going to be worth it for me personally, but I wanted to go through this journey to see how this would work. But again, if you don't already have Experian Boost, you can just go through that, log into your regular bank on file that you want to add, and you can do the same feature. Or if you either are using Chime or have decided to want to start using Chime, use that as your main way to pay your bills and then start using this boost feature. So I'd wait a little bit of time before using it, so that way you can go ahead and show that you are paying your bills through this service. And then that way your credit score can go up. And if I can remember while editing, I will put up a video right over here to show you how I went through the process of using Experian Boost to increase my credit score after having connected my bill pay account. So if it's worth actually going through this process of switching all your accounts over to Chime to be able to get this credit builder, that would be a really tough thing to say. I think if you already have Chime, this would be a great option to go ahead and actually utilize this feature to get your credit score bumped up. But if you don't already have a Chime account, to go ahead and switch everything over might be a little bit cumbersome if you don't already have an interest in starting to use Chime. My other recommendation would be to go straight to Experian Boost, which I'll have linked in the show notes down below, so you can go through that process, as well as my video that actually matches that process of signing up and utilizing it, which I'm actually going to put right over here on screen for you, so you can just jump right to it and see what it's all about.